on a Shiho Gatame upper four corner hold, north-south position. Really fluid. We're going to talk about a fluid base. Really important on a fluid base, especially on holding osaikomi. Remember, osaikomi, guys, means to apply an immobilization, or apply a holding. You know, in Sambo they're called hold downs. In Judo they're called osaikomi. Purpose is I'm holding him to the ground. I'm not pinning his shoulders. I'm just controlling him. It's like a ride. Okay, he's belly up and my torso's on him. So I've broken him down. However I get him here, we're going to take it from this point. I'm going to do an upper four corner hold. Now, key things to remember on Shiho Gatame, upper four corner. When you're doing this, control under the shoulders, and I like to grab the belts. Now the belt is kind of the center of the universe in what we do in grappling. If I can control, or the hips I should say, the hips, if I can control the hips, I've controlled pretty much his entire body, especially his upper half of his body here. Okay, in a Newaza or ground fighting situation. So control those hips. See how I'm doing very well. I'm steering them like a steering wheel here. All right. Now I like to, instead of being straight on the upper four corner hold, I like to have an angle. So in this case, I'm over his left shoulder, guys. And what I'm going to do then is to make sure it's even tighter. I'm going to have my knee under his head. Now I've got a nice, hard, controlling riding position. And he's stopped pretty good. Okay. Even if I don't get this, and I've got this is fine. But I'm still on an angle, because what I'm going to do, if I have to continue to move with them to hold them, I can. Okay. So from here, a couple things I can do is, one is I can sit through to a side, but we're going to do this particular move here, where I'm going to sit through with my left hip. So let's say he's a tough guy, he's getting out, whatever, and I find I need to really shift my hips to control him. Now my hips are my base, my legs are my base. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pop up with this hand here just slightly, and I'm going to sit through and ride it here like this. Now notice this is kind of my steering leg, my rudder leg, the left one here. My right one is extended back and driving or providing weight to balance things out. And I'm riding nice and tight, okay? And this is a hard hold. This is a really strong Shiho or north-south pin from this position, or north-south hold, I should say, from this position, okay? And I've stuck them pretty good here. So again, osaikomi waza, hold downs are time holds, like Gene Lobel famously said. You're holding him for time. You're controlling his body for time. And that time buys me opportunity and affords me opportunity to maybe get a submission later. But right now I'm holding him for time. Now, I've got him here. This is a good solid hold. I could keep him here, but let's say for whatever reason, change situation presents itself, I'll have to come back to this position. I've got him. Okay, JT, you might want to move over on the other side. So I've got him here. Now, if I have to, still keep steering with the hips, okay? My hands on the hips. I can shift up this way, and shift through, and I just shifted the other way. But notice before I make that sit through on either side, whether one side or this side, I do it. I start by lifting it slightly, controlling, like I'm turning the car, steering wheel of the car, and then sit up, sit through, and nice and tight. And it's another strong hold. And here I can stay here. And again, controlling this. Do not come over the top with the arms. I don't have nearly the control that I do if I'm under his arms. I don't have very good control here. He can grab me just as easily as I can grab him, and now we got to fight. So stay under his arms initially, and good control here, and ride here. Okay. So you might want to flatten out. You know, hips on mat. We'll come back up, shift the other side. But I've got a very fluid base from my hips to my legs. Creates a very fluid moving base. And it's, you know, a solid foundation, and that keeps them from moving. Okay. So that's a Shiho Gatame, upper four corner hold, north-south hold. Again, key points, grab here, hips on the hip. If I did on this side, head would be on this hip, either side. Okay, but I pop up, sit through. Okay, I want to pop up, sit through, bang your noggin, right there. And that's how you can control it. And that's a nice variation, sit-throughs of Shiho Gatame. Let's practice it some more.